is here. So I'm casting again. Waiting for this man's profile to open up. As my voice slowly gets shot from being sick. And he is PBL. Alright, so this is game 2 for tonight. Kind of a later one for basically everybody, honestly. If I'm not as lively in this one, I used all my energy in the last game. So, hopefully in this one, it's like a quick hour and a half one. Honestly, I'm gonna have to run the calcs, aren't I? Zero plus 1,000. 650 plus 50 plus 750 plus. Is there a switch or something that I'm missing here? And then, who? Smash. Smash is also plat, I believe. Wacko for dab. Yeah. So the games are going to be a little bit imbalanced. Hopefully that doesn't impact the game like in any substantial way. I think both teams have. Sorry. To all 5 of you watching that have to deal with sick read.
Where do you want it?
Okay, so both teams should be ready to start. I think we're just waiting on someone to join really quickly. And yeah, we should be able to start then. Yeah, and sorry if I'm like breathing the mic and sniffling and stuff. I'm sick, so just bear with me for this game. Or if you don't want to hear it, just mute the audio. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I forgot. Tortuna's Masters. Forgot about that. So we could see a closer game than I expected. Scissors, big key, keeping. Okay, they're here. So it's like LA's riding a little high today with this overall comp. My throat's dying. How about ASMR for you guys? I don't know why I agreed to do this. If I'm quiet this game, just because I'm not feeling good, so you might have a silent stream, honestly, I'll just do the gameplay. I don't know. Honestly, the move. If Feeny plays DPS, just swap silver or apple, or I think apple's diamond actually. No, he is still Masters Borderline, I guess, from last season. No, he's diamond. No, he's Masters. Yeah, he's Masters Borderline, I believe. Because he only dropped 3. Yeah, he's Masters Borderline. 2-9 for Feeny. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Spectate red only. And swap Feeny in. Alright, and we're gonna start the first map. Another person then. Alright, so we're good to go. Let us begin. So honestly, out of these two teams, I know New York likes to play really cheeky. They like it with their strats. They are down in terms of rank, but I do think if I had to make a game prediction, 3-2 LA. That's my prediction. That means we're running long, which means I'm going to be here for a while, so that's not a fan of, but I think it's going to be 3-2 LA. Maybe even 3-1. And then after this map, we're going to see if I keep with my prediction, or if I change it. So it looks like we have nothing super interesting on the defense. More bunkery comp. Running the Orisa Diva, which is something we actually haven't seen a lot of. Usually we see Orisa Hog in these games. I guess it's the more universal combo that everyone thinks of. And then just pretty standard 2-2-2 coming from LA. Having Apple on the Reaper, of course. With Feeny on Zen and AMK Dub on the Hanzo. Interesting, since Feeny is generally a DPS player. Gonna watch them push out here with the hideous Valiant skin from LL Woodward. Ah man, kind of sucks that they're doing kind of shit. I don't really hate either other teams, but I like my favorite team's Gladiators. So they got him holding high ground. Pretty standard positioning for the bunker comp high ground right above the point. And a quick pick onto Apple by the Junkrat. Probably got caught in his trap. So they decided to circle around even though they're down one. Interesting. Maybe thinking they can get a quick pick or get Apple to regroup. Especially since they're not pushing at all. So yeah, they can just sit there, sit tight. And that's a huge mistake because they're letting Apple back in go up with Brendan as a god. Pushing on the point, forcing them. He's going to force them to drop as soon as they get close to that tick mark. He's going to force them to drop. But they are able to pick Woodward here, so that's really good for them. But they do give up a tick. And that's the problem with holding high ground. You're definitely vulnerable to giving up a tick. They lose both Starlight and Wegsy. And Smash. And it looks like New York's going to be forced to push back here as LA kind of freely takes the point there in a very low stakes battle. Nothing really much happened. Basically, what happened there was, to sum it up, New York just sat back while LA was down one, let them completely regroup and storm on the point. That is the first mistake. Kind of getting a pick here as a payload comes out for New York, but they still have time to regroup as the payload comes in. Apple going high ground. Immediate pressure by Smash as he's low. And it gets picked by Junkrat spam. That looks about Junkrat, honestly. So we got a pretty... Ooh, Orisa goes down. Taking way too much damage from that Discord. But double tire by Smash to kind of bring the fight even, forcing Trans. Getting the res onto Wegsy as Trans goes off. Apple in the back harassing the Mercy, but they're able to get him off. Half health. No health. And LA's going to be forced to push back here. I feel like for all the payload hybrid maps, this seems like it's the easiest to hold. And I don't really know why. So we get the Supercharger out from New York here. Interesting push as the Exile decide to go around Saloon, but they lead the Zen out to dry, get immediately picked. Apple going straight for the payload as they circle on payload. Bob coming out, but Grav is also coming out with Trans, so that's a fair trade. All good ult economy, definitely good ult economy by New York here. But the Dragons do come out, getting nothing. They do down Wegsy, but he dies during the slam. And Apple dies on point, and it's going to force LA to drop back yet again. So honestly, against this comp like this, it's hard to direct push, but I feel like they need to get that Junkrat out of here. Definitely get a pick on there. He's having a lot of issues. Smash has shown like glimpses of greatness in his or her, I don't know which one, DPSing. So Definitely problematic for the Exile here. The high ground with the Hanzo here. Good approach with Apple trying to use that Death Blossom. Huge pick on the Starlight as they drop down behind with using the Death Blossom with little value. As Wegsy goes down, Bubba gets demacked, VCat goes down, and it just looks like LA is going to pick up here. Taking a very off-angle approach here to catch at that point. I actually like that strat. Completely taking over the high ground, getting that position advantage, getting that early pick. And the trap is literally not going to do anything because nobody's alive. Sending dragons into quarters, forcing them to push out from the far side, maybe not able to stall point. So come out with trans to to counteract the Valkyrie. And New York unable to get on the point, they easily catch a point. They trade DPS for tank. Although this fight is super inconsequential as the door is open to what happens for LA. Unless they win. Getting that pick onto Wacko as they're able to slowly push forward. Fina gets smashed as well. So it looks like with the two ults here, Coalesce, a huge shatter by Wegsy, and Tyre getting nobody. That's unfortunate, but they are able to get 2 picks and the res off, but they do lose their Mercy. So up 5-4 in this fight. If they can get another pick, they can definitely... Yeah, and there they get it on Brennan. They can definitely sway them off the point, so they're going to force to regroup. Not a huge regroup, only 3 down. And Apple up top. So we're going to see how they got Grav and Death Blossom, Dragon Strike, and the Coalescence here. So we're going to see how they pair these ults together. There is Transcendence. Huge pick on the smash. Is Transcendence on the other time for this ult combo. So, and they do release the bomb early. Do not break the wall, interestingly enough. And Death Blossom comes out on the air, right in front of the Devo and forces Trans. But Apple does go down. And they have dragons for this, and it looks like it's going to get 2. So even trades here this fight. They come out on top with the pick onto the Zenyatta. Wegsy interestingly able to go back to spawn and get healed. Might be able to hold out here, but it doesn't look like he's quite fast enough. And he charges the Diva off the point, and that was absolutely massive. So yeah, looks like pretty good attack from LA there. Honestly, tripped up a little bit at the start, but able to capitalize on New York's mistake of not pushing, despite getting a pick. So therefore, not definitively winning the fight. I'm interested to see what strategy Starlight's come up with for New York on this push. Honestly, this point definitely not winnable. Definitely can go to extra maps. Has yet to go to extra maps tonight or today, so we will see. You also see a full held, which we saw earlier today. So it looks like Goats versus not Apple on the Reaper, which is kind of odd. Definitely running Woodward on Ryan, yeah. So it's like 2-2-2 versus Goats. Honestly, the Hanzo Zarya combo is pretty slept on. Not really used very much, but it's very strong. They're running Zen Goats, probably anticipating the Hanzo pick. Oh, please don't spam voice. I hate that voice line so much. He has the ugly skin too. Of course it's Woodward. taking a unique position, going for the charge, scouting out to see if they have goats. I say see their comp, but see if they have goats, because nothing's going to be said if they don't have goats. Immediately taking half health, but goats kind of freely pushing in, taking away the space. So Apple gets a huge pick onto VCAT. And this forces goats to fall back. They don't have that Lucio to push in. As they fall back to corner. LA not really making kind of a similar mistake, not really taking the space. Getting us out of position, but there we go, now they engage. As they push in on the Reinhardt, goats coming together, coming in, pushing hard. I don't know how to make this interesting, it's literally just two teams slamming themselves against each other. They need, then there we go, they sick a Diva onto the high ground, onto Apple. Dragon Strike comes out because that is the power of goats. But they are able to trade main tank for off healer. But then they also lose Wexy. And they lose Smash. And it looks like New York's going to have to fall back a little bit here. Definitely don't want to lose that Zarya, and they lose the Zarya. Why do I jinx things? Commentator's curse. Feeny and Wacko dueling here. And Feeny able to take the duel. See Applejack here. Definitely playing a very, very good McCree right now. Getting the early picks in those fights, stopping goats in his tracks. Looks like 2 to 2 in terms of ults. 3 to 2 actually. But VCAT will be coming up on beat. They do want to get Transcendence out as early as possible. Apple, you're going away from the action. I'm trying to watch the game. So it's circling around, similar to how LA took this first point. As they come in, swinging, Legsy swinging. Drop beat immediately and drop trans. Huge slam. Does get VCAT. Wacko with the EMP out. Apple getting 2. Apple having no contention. Wacko is able to pick Woodward, but unfortunately for New York, they're not able to push up with just a baby Diva and a Zenyatta. And Starlight on the point as Zarya. We still have a minute 30 to capture this point, which is plenty of time. So Apple able to stagger the Zenyatta, forcing him to fall back for even more time. Problem with running goats and not protecting your healers is that you can't push in without healing. So I think honestly swapping off the Zen to like a Moira would be beneficial to this goats comp. I think that would work really well. Drop and grab early with the Diva Bomb thrown up in the air, getting Woodward, but only Woodward, and the grab there getting 5 people is able to get 2. But it looks like goats is going to prevail yet again today. Only getting 1 pick out of that grab. Well, New York gets 5, so yeah. See this game go on to Streets phase. Honestly, in my opinion, definitely the easiest Street phase to hold on in this game. That first point coming out of the first point is a choke point, so definitely a hold there. People tend to like to follow the payload and not use the space. So Dragon Strike sent onto point, warding them off of it, not getting anyone, but Ella Woodward with his ugly skin is able to get VCAT. And although losing Feeny, they're able to trade out, and Dub is able to clean up. As yeah, clean up that fight pretty easily. Dropping a questionable high noon. Let's see what he's going for. Shield was a little bit out of position. Was able to pick Apple, which is huge for their push here. They're up 1 going in. You know, goats, they take any opportunity they can get and just slam into you. Able to get smash, but able to drop beat and get LL. And get more than just LL, get the rest of the team as they clean up. Just Apple left. If they can stagger Apple here, that's huge. Not able to stagger Apple as they regroup, but able to force them back to spawn. As they're coming up on bomb, they have trans and they have grav. Coming out here, it's gonna be a 3v3, 3v4 all fight because they're gonna have Shatter on the side of ooh, good bomb. Shatter on the side of LA, and then they have Rally on the side of New York. Looks like the fight's pretty even right now. High damage going out. Put pressure onto the McCree. As 2 good picks for New York as they try to win this fight. 3, 4, and they're able to capture them. Yeah. There we go. Able to stagger the Hanzo there. Sorry, I'm dying. Low value out of the High Noon yet again, but they're able to trade the McCree for the Diva. Huge shatter, getting 2 or 3, sorry, and they're able to push in past point here and into the last area, maybe staggering the Reaper. But I don't think so now. Grabbing ult onto point, getting low value, and they do get a 2-man grab with beat out. Grab gets 5, but Transcendence is there to stop it. Transcendence is also there on the side of LA to stall. And it looks like here that unless they're able to pick this fair, and they do, it looks like they're going to capture it. But a huge shatter coming out of LL. Not able to get picked, and he gets picked. Not able to get picked, and he gets, not able to get any picks for LA, and he gets picked. And yeah. Good push by New York. Definitely felt like they were like really good comeback coming from that poor showing at the first point. Able to take advantage of their opportunities, almost getting full health to getting all 3. So I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with regular goats rather than Zen goats. Just because Coalescence can build faster than Trans can. But no, there you go, the Zen goats. It's like they're running double explosives on the side of LA. So Apple, interestingly, on Junkrat. First time, I think, seeing him on Junkrat. Pushing in with the goats, but Diva immediately getting demacked. As it looks like they're trying to protect the baby Diva, get her all over there. As she's trying to slowly build her mech back up. Fair is definitely hard to deal with goats, as you have no Junkrat coming down, doing a massive amount of damage, but that's obviously getting nullified with the massive amount of healing that goats has. As they circle onto point. So as both teams taking, funnily enough, opposite sides, with Diva picking Pharah, which is huge. Charge onto the Zarya, not getting any kills, but Tired does come out, getting the Zarya. 2 picks on the, with Coalescence on the side of New York. 3. 4. Gonna be 4. 4. And then all that's left is Zarya as they're able to kill her and at least confirm a pick here. Probably the point. This map is definitely hard to fill back onto. There we go. He's swapping onto the Hammond for a little bit just to stall, but definitely going back to run with the scouts. Huge that they're able to capture that first point, as their hold is not very difficult. Coming up on beat, using Rally early in the fight. Coalescence and Shatter coming out with and that is just death. I think they use Grab, Barrage, Trans, and Shatter. Just able to clean up at doors there, really good hold. Honestly, if I'm New York there, I probably would have told my Lucio to push in with beat. Last defense didn't go too well for New York. Last offense went very well for LA on first point. So I'm interested to see what each team's going to be running. Probably 2-2-2 from LA. We already see Apple on the Reaper. So they're running the Symmetra, interestingly enough, for New York here. Well, you know, Arisa. Interestingly, well, they're running proper bunker versus kind of this weird 2-2-2 Symmetra strat thing. Maybe practice, maybe not practice. What do I know? Also, if you're running to run bunker, Diva's good for protecting Bastion, but I do think that Roadhog's a little bit better at hooking targets in. Bunker definitely difficult to play against here. High ground not providing many places to sneak in. As Apple taking immediate burst damage, almost down below half. But as they push on the high ground onto the massive amount of damage, they are going to lose Woodward. They're going to establish point presence though, but they are down 2. Down 3. But they do get the DMAC onto the Diva, but they're able to kill Apple. And almost getting a tick, but unable to establish point presence. Bunker Comp is super, super good at just holding down points for short amount of time. Kind of falls apart to ults, but so they're able to establish point presence. Able to pick Woodward quickly yet again. Bastion using ult. Getting the huge picks here. Losing Junkrat, but Starlight getting the triple cleaning up, and that's going to be game. Good game all around as New York Insomnia takes game 1. See what switches are to be made. That was just to see if you could hear me. Okay. Alright. So they're good. Let's see if New York's gonna make any switches here. God, it's like people don't read the rule books. See the switches. Alright, those are the switches. I really like how the audio is just me clicking on my keyboard. Alright, we're starting game 2. Oh, I'm an idiot. Give me a sec. I'm a dumb bitch. Go back to lobby. Let's get the 2 boring maps out of the way. Cool, Discord just crashed. So this map, a couple different strats here. Definitely Bunker's pretty strong. Goats is fairly strong. Going around the far side of Sim works. if they want to run that Orisa on attack. Probably the 3 most viable strategies they got going on right now. That's like coming out with that Hanzo Reaper core they like to use as to update the score. Anyone joining us, it is 1-0 New York. Don't let me forget that, because I'm tired. It's like, yeah, standard bunker. They like to run the D.Va instead of the Hog, I get that. We saw last game that the Hog definitely worked out for Denver on this map as Red Flame clutched that out. Yeah, I can send you it. I'll send it to you in the map break. It's like when the maps break. So it looks like LA here taking the high ground against that bunker comp, as we saw Chicago do the same. Unable to produce the same results though as Symmetra goes down. I think what's worse is that they're running bunker with Bastion Junkrat instead of like Bastion Ash or something. Just the amount of sheer damage with that is just gonna roll over, as evident here. You have to get in on that comp. You have to run a D.Va against that, charge in with the D.Va, and then it should work out. So VCAT caught behind the team, getting picked off early as they go around far side, pushing in behind the Orisa shield. Orisa not ready resetting her shield till late. Being down one is rough, as Apple's able to move in fairly safely on Starlight. There's a force out of point, able to get the pick on Woodward. It's an even fight, but Smash Apron getting the pick on Dub. Apple not quite ready with his Death Blossom, is able to go after the Mercy, able to do decent damage. So LA surprisingly able to get a tick out of that fight, but not able to completely close off. Again, that's the problem with bunker. You just set up on point, let yourself get ticks, force them to drop. The best thing you can do. Resetting bunker up. Misplacing the shield pretty badly. That's a feels bad. Able to reset though. Taking the high ground as LA tries to sneak onto the point. Feeny sneaking around trying to boop off, but it is booped off and picked off. Dub able to contest from the far side, putting pressure on the shield. But Smash kills himself. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Got people jumping off the map, people just standing there, people misplacing their shields, people letting them get free ticks as they're not dropping. Screws up the placement of the bomb. And Apple just cleans up here. Very disorganized play from New York, unfortunately. Stemming from the fact that there was a suicide. The map isn't that way. Able to get a good stagger on the Mercy as they straight roll into this next point. Teams today just haven't been super successful holding this second point down. Dragons do come out, but so does the bomb from Junkrat. Able to get King Feeny, and able to get to res onto the but I don't think that's enough. I don't think resing Lucio is quite enough. Or Orisa, sorry, is quite enough. Fight looks pretty even, but unfortunately Starlight goes down. So does the Mercy, and so does Bubba Slug. Lucio stalling with his beat can only work for so long. But Smash able to pick um, with Fan the Hammer, able to pick Apple off. So and hack onto the. We're just not gonna talk about that. We're just not gonna talk about that fat slam because the hack got on. Hack's more important than slam, obviously. And desperately trying to hang on to stall here, but it just looks like it's not gonna happen. Good comeback push. Looked like they were gonna get full held, and we're able to come back and push that map. The second map hard. Able to have about 3 minutes and something left. 3:30, respectable time. Interesting to see what New York comes out with here on attack. Definitely trying to match that time, maybe even exceed it. Looking forward to see what they bring to the table. Bringing with that Brigitte. I'm thinking Brigitte. I'm thinking Sombra Goats. I'm just like running triple tank with Sombra Goats instead of double tank with Sombra. With LA looking like they don't know what they're doing. I hate the camera for this if you're not locked on to somebody who moves like so jank. Got Sombra going in early, scouting out what's going on. As they hold high ground, similar to how New York held that first point. Apple waiting for the Sombra. Pretty much a whole lot of nothing going on right now. It looks like New York's trying to push around and on the point. This comp definitely designed to counter go. It's taking high ground away from the Bastion. The Bastion is set up on the other side now. They suspected that Bastion was still over there, tried to take it down, but Bastion's on the other side. Whole lot of nothing going around, just dancing around, trying not to die to this Bastion. Playing a lot of footsies. Putting a lot of shield pressure onto that shield as they force New York into that left side room. D-Mech onto Bubba. Could be huge here. But they are able to push up on the top and pick LL. So, despite being down one, they do force LA to scatter a little bit. Able to get the Bastion. Low value out of the stun there. As they drop on the point, able to get a lot of damage off, but no picks. Huge picks by Starlight and the Brigitte. Forcing trans out. That stalls for a little bit, but unfortunately not for too long. It looks like New York can cleanly take this first point with ults in hand, having 3 huge ults for this next fight, possibly even 4. No defensive ult on the side of they are going to come up with Valkyrie, but no defensive ult on the side of LA here. So taking the high ground here. Nothing exactly that benefits from it, but just the positional advantage is very important. Kale shield going down, reducing to low health, was able to heal back up with the help of the Ana. Here you push in with B. I'm expecting push in with B and a hard push on that Bastion. Beat now. That was a very good counterplay by LA there. Very, very good counterplay coming from the side of LA there. Able to countering that shatter as soon as that Rhine dropped his shield. And getting a very fat high noon. I see you, Apple. I see you. As they regroup for the second push. Get anti-nade on the Apple. Kind of just waste anti-nade. As they push on pretty cleanly as it looks for the Diva Bomb. Early pick on Debrella means no ults, and they launched the bomb anyway. Getting in a fat slam with the combo with the. By fat slam, I mean absolutely nobody, but they are able to combo the beat with it. They lose their Rhine, but they're able to trade out. And Trans is going to stall yet again, ensuring that New York here doesn't get a tick. And Grav onto the 3. Able to get the Lucia. Slam coming out, getting Brigitte. Doing not much out. A lot of ults here, but when they're not necessary. And with the staggering of the Rhine, that's going to be New York losing the point. In terms of all that LA has is high dude. They can rally into this fight, get that armor out. I'd rally before, knowing that Apple might have high noon. Rally in, try to build that grab up, and hard push into that Graviton. They don't have to worry about the Bastion anymore. Swapped onto May, just as effective as killing goats with her wall. Lets them freely walk through that choke point though. Just caught out of position and focus onto the May, forcing her to cryo freeze. Rally comes out, so does Valk. Coming up on the Graviton here, but High Noon comes out. Getting 3 again. Huge for Starlight here to save his Graviton as they pop Trans. The amount of unnecessary ults coming from LA is killing me and it's not being punished. So let's see if they're able to do it here in this next fight. So we have regrouping here for this fight. Pushing in. Walling off literally nobody. So they all able to get over the wall. May ult does come out early. Kind of just cleanly taking this fight as they lose their Reinhardt. What New York is failing to do here is to counter ult effectively. There's no counter ults coming out in response to any of these. So coming up with 5 ults for New York. Gotta use them. Honestly, use them on cooldown here. Blitz this point. Not use them on cooldown, but you gotta blitz this point with ults. Can't be stingy with them. Using grab. Counter slam again. Very good beat. Already using 3 ults with little value. 4 ults with little value. Okay, that huge slam there with the high noon, and that's just gonna be game. Again, New York just getting a little value on their ults. Huge little value on their bomb. There, easily, you just get in as Brigitte, and you just stun that Rhine. Yeah. So LA takes that map, ties the series up at 1-1. Pretty clean victory for LA there. I'll be right back.
oasis. Initiating match. Ready to battle.
I'll enjoy the quiet while it lasts. Damage boost engaged.
Yes. Five, four, three, two, one. Round one. Capture the objective.
Your support has arrived.
My ultimate is charging. I'm taking the objective. Come on over.
That's more like it.
Better soon.
My ultimate is ready. From the shadows. Death Blossom is ready.
Justice reigns from above.
Fire at will! Огонь по готовности!
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
I've stitched you up so many times, it's a wonder you can still fight.
Just some bumps and bruises. Nothing to worry yourself about.
It's ready. Thanks. Put it on my tab.
Come out and face me.
Огонь по готовности!
Experience tranquility. Overtime. Victory. Play of the game. Double. Epic.
Now that's a vote of confidence.